What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is back in the building, and we recently got a crazy update on AEW Fight Forever. And I mean crazy. We kicked off this year simply waiting for an update, and we looked at IGN FanFest to give us that update, but unfortunately, we didn't get anything. But immediately following that show, Kenny Omega was on the Swerve City podcast, and he told us out of his own mouth that this game was complete. So from there, we're just waiting for a release date. We had a GameStop planogram leak telling us this game would be released in April. And this was believable because Kenny Omega told us the game was complete. Not only that, at the AEW Revolution post-media scrum, Tony Khan also told us this game was complete and just waiting for a release date. Best Buy then leaked a release date of March 31st. Kenny Omega, who was said to be working closely with the game, confirmed it was complete. Tony Khan, the owner of the company, said the game was complete, so all of the stars aligned, and I thought we would finally be getting this game on March 31st. And then GCW stuck their leg out, tripped us up with the trademark dispute. Now this has to be the biggest plot twist we've ran into so far, because while the GCW lawsuit is legit, that's not the reason this game hasn't been released yet. Despite Tony Khan and Kenny Omega saying otherwise, this game is actually not complete. It's not finished. There was no way we were getting a release date in December, February, March, or April because the game's just not done. This story actually broke on April 7th, and I gotta shout out to Batman now again because he's always on top of things. He brought to my attention someone on Twitter who works for THQ Nordic giving out information on AEW Fight Forever, but I could not confirm that he worked for THQ Nordic, so I didn't want to come give you guys that information. Turns out, he was actually right. So let's take a look at these tweets and see what information we can get from them, and we'll come back and talk about what we can expect from this release date. But first, don't forget to drop a like on this video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
So this all started because Dave Meltzer reported the AEW Fight Forever video game is basically ready and it's just now up to the business people to build the release date. Matt Black responded to this. Now, Matt Black's the same reporter who said this game would launch on Game Pass, and I still believe him. So he says, care to comment Zydes. I'm going to say Zydes because Zitties would be kind of wild. But we see his profile here. It says Global Senior CM for THQ Nordic. I went through and tried to verify him to see if we could find any of his business pages or anything. All I saw was really a Reddit page, so I didn't know if we could trust him. But every major website is now confirming this story to be true. Let's see how he responded. I mean, if you want an unfinished game, sure, we could release it now. You think this is funny? The game is doing really well and is getting there, but not 100% yet. So yeah, just another rumor on Twitter, I fear. Now, I don't know if you can write this off as just another rumor on Twitter, because this is being reported by Dave Meltzer. No, he's not working on the game, and yes, he does just throw things out there sometimes, but it was also reported by Kenny Omega, who apparently has a hand in making this game, and also the owner of the company in Tony Khan. So this is not just a Twitter rumor. It was confirmed by the big dogs. Let's keep it going. Matt Black responds, that's fair. I just think the fans overall are annoyed, feeling like they are in the dark right now in terms of what's going on with the game. Tony Khan said at the Revolution media presser that the game was done. So to hear that's not the case over a month later is frustrating. And it absolutely is, because when this story broke, I couldn't believe it. That's why I had to go verify everything, because there was no way they would tell us this game's done multiple times when it's actually not. But Zyde responds, don't think that is quite the right way to look at it. When a game is feature and core complete, all the polish and touches come. These are things that are massive for gamers like ourselves, not to mention how important isn't it for wrestling fans. I think he meant not to mention how important it is for wrestling fans. So look at it like that. So there, he's pretty much just taking up for Tony Khan and Kenny Omega misspeaking and expressing how important it is for the game to actually be complete when it comes out, which we'll talk about that later. But Matt Black responds, I get it. I just think if the fans waiting for the game were kept in the loop as development continues to progress, they'd be a lot less upset. I always feel like communication has been lacking in terms of wrestling fans and the game companies who make these games. Especially this one. I don't think it's ever been this bad. Zyde responds, well, that I do understand 100% and to a degree agree with. I don't know what he means by to a degree, because these are pretty much facts. That being said, we also want to be sure that we show you the best possible version and experience of the game, so tossing out a ton of alpha and beta stuff could ruin the real plans that kick in with marketing and PR. That's interesting. That's interesting. We want to make sure we show you the best possible version of the game, as most, or if not all, game companies do, but before the game's finished, they put out those videos saying this is not the final version of the game. It may look different when it actually comes out. And we've already seen the game, so why wouldn't you want to show us more of the game in the state it's in if you can just put that watermark there? I mean, I don't know. Like you said, marketing and PR, I guess there's a lot of internal stuff going on there, or they may just not be confident with what they have, which wouldn't be a good thing at this point. Matt Black responds, I think I speak for everyone when I say I hope we see that marketing campaign kick off in the near future. Very near future. We're all very excited to get our hands on this game. I think I speak for everyone, at least on THQ Nordic side, that we cannot wait to show you guys what Yuke's have made and how awesome it is. And then we got some fans responding. Exactly. Can they book it now as the game might not be finished yet? At least what Tony Khan said, he came out saying the game was finished. He lied to us. What? Hold on. We gotta get to that one again. All right, we're gonna have to break this one down. Exactly. Can they book it? I know that the game might not be finished yet. At least what Tony Khan said. He came out saying the game is finished. He lied to us. Pretty much Tony Khan came out and lied to us. Don't think he lied in any shape or form. I think the way that they see a finished game is different from how a developer sees a finished game. There is thousands. This is terrible. There are thousands of things you can only see in coding, UX design, level design, and more. So it can look finished, but still lack small things. Let's see if we got anything else. Is all the violence taken out of the game? Yes or no? I cannot comment on this as I do not know. Any questions about this should be directed at AEW Games. Y'all know AEW Games ain't gonna answer it, so don't even go ask them. Whoa, Brian. Then I believe you're lying then. So Brian's not with all of the walkarounds. Brian wants direct information, and that's it. There we have it, straight from THQ Nordic. AEW Fight Forever is not finished. That May-June release date we were hoping for may just be closer to a November-December release date. So the big question, what's going on? It could be a few things. Maybe the left hand just doesn't know what the right hand's doing. Or maybe they finished the game and they turned it in for early reviews and they did not like the response they got back, so they want to go back in and fix some things. Hopefully it has nothing to do with glitches or game-breaking bugs, because that could extend this out to 2024 and we don't want another WWE 2K20 on our hands. At the end of the day, the communication surrounding this game has been very poor. If they need more time to work on this game, that's completely understandable, because what's going to be important is this game being as good as possible when we actually get it in our hands, especially because they're saying that they're not going to release another one. Now, personally, I would be surprised if they didn't release another game after this one. But if this is going to be the AEW game we have for the next 2 to 3 years, it has to be as good as possible. So if they need the time to make the game, that's fine. Just stop telling us the game is finished and about to be released when it's not. They never give us information or updates about this game. And when we do get some information, turns out not to be true. Hopefully, the game being content complete is also not true, because when this comes out, the roster is going to be completely outdated. They'll have to pair this with some type of DLC pack to get these current wrestlers in the game, because 50 at this point is just not going to be enough. But we'll see where we go from here. GCW dispute is set to end on or before May 29th, but even at that point, we probably still won't get a release date. Hopefully we get a trailer or something. If we can't get a release date, just give us a trailer. Show us some more of the game, give us some wrestler reveals, give us something. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. I know it's a bit late, but I was out of town. I didn't have my equipment and didn't want to give you guys anything low budget. So thanks for hanging in there with me. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. Hop in the comment section and let me know when y'all think this game's going to be released. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and never forget, this one goes out to THQ Nordic and Ukes.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.